bit sore. Talking a lot all day today. Well, last several days anyway. I'm doing these videos while I'm working. Okay, so in the last video, or a couple of videos, I got my Lenovo i5 scanned with ClamAV twice. Well, I scanned the whole thing once and then just my home directory again because I forgot with ClamAV and root privileges mode, or super user as it says on the app, and when I scanned my home directory again, I had forgot to set to scan archive files and zip and tar.gz and all that inside of them. And so I did that, and nothing. The only two things that even showed up in that scan was two encrypted files, a PDF and something else. They weren't so everything's cool there. I knew what those were, and I used Bitdefender on the Dell 1525 laptop, and it came up completely clean this time. So I think that I can give it back to Mom to use because I still have to finish setting up my machine and then start on hers, and so it's going to be some more days. That's something that occurs to me that I have forgotten. I keep thinking of this. I start to think I'll do this or I'll do that. I'll connect this way or that way, and I think, wait a minute, is that wise? And like I was thinking I'd put OBS on Mom's new machine on my screen name that should be clean, but that thing has not been scanned at all since I found out it had that bad add-on in the Firefox. That's the one that I've been fighting with from addonbrowser.com, the safe web with VirusTotal, which actually that their website is just an adware. Well, it is an ad. It has ads all over it, but the ads are to malicious links. Fake Firefox updates. I think, well, anyway, previous videos I've said it over and over, so I won't do it again and again. Phone's ringing. Not that I'm going to answer it, but just distracting. Okay, go to the desktop. Okay, there's two things I want to do. One thing, I want to make sure everything's backed up here. Well, I don't think it's run yet. I had this machine rebooted for a while, though. It's just a Lenovo i5, the one I'm streaming from. Okay, everything looks good. I'm going to close that. Lucky backup, I just decided, I thought about unplugging the USB backup drive, the Seagate drive or whatever, but no, I don't care if it runs again. It doesn't take too long. And what I'm going to do, I'll let it run again, and it works machine pretty hard, so I can't really be doing a bunch anyway. So yeah, it'll be running. I don't think it will break my video. I hope. I got away with running the ClamAV scans, but that might have been why. There's either one of two reasons why. One of my last or the one before it streamed, it showed a bad health in the stream, and it usually doesn't do that. It's because the modem. I should have went ahead and rebooted. I thought about it, and I thought, well, when I started today, I thought, well, this should be all right, because last week I forgot for several days of making videos and nothing went wrong with anything. I just remembered it finally. But sometimes the modem, it just, it gets, I guess its cache gets filled up and you need to reboot it, especially when you're streaming. So anyway, I rebooted it. I rebooted the router twice today to kind of be safe, and because the Wi-Fi cache will get full. And on that subject, I always talk about it, and I never remember to say. Sometimes I forget in my own head. I always say I just don't see why. Sometimes I can't see why it wouldn't work wonderfully. I should even be able to do 1080p. It can only do 720p, and I still have trouble with the audio and video syncing. Of course, there's 100 issues in between there, the latency of this and that and the other. But besides that, why can't I go ahead and do, I've got a gigabit router. I forgot to mention last time, yeah, that's the wired speed. And the machine I'm streaming from has got a gigabit Ethernet port in it, the Lenovo i5. Well, that's from the so I know that the wired connection from there to the router to the internet. Of course, the stream is not, it's like, I don't know, maybe a megabit, if that much, because that's the total stream going through my router to, YouTube. And I'm talking and waving my arms, and you're seeing some pretty trees. Maybe that's what you should have been seeing. I don't know. So anyway, but the big hang up is, oh, there we go. I was looking at my preview and things weren't working right. Okay, since I'm completely distracted, I remembered I want to make sure I check my, oh, okay, I unplugged the wireless keyboard and put it on the Dell 1525 so that I could do some stuff on it. Oh yeah, you can just do that. See if that works again. As long as it's playing, yeah, I can hit the space bar and turn the audio on and off. Okay, so ample speed for my stream. Now the local part of the Wi-Fi, the cameras, you know, I've got this phone here, this one back here, cameras streaming 720p video, which I can't, it just aggravates me. I can't do 1080p because then it would really make so much. I mean, it would make a big difference, you know, in how everything looks. Especially when I, the biggest thing is when I try to aim at a screen. You know, at 1080p, if I'm just recording straight to the camera, then it's okay. It's kind of fuzzy, but you can read it. But I can't do, you know, I can't get that because, the biggest thing I keep forgetting is, yeah, you waited for it. The cameras themselves, their Wi-Fi chips, they're not that fast. They're the bottleneck. Because the most I've ever seen them get is 72 megabits or so, maybe 75. They generally run between 10 and 35. That's anytime I check them. Now I've got apps on the phones to check their speeds. So there you go. It's fluctuating all the time. The speed's fluctuating. The latency because of, you know, the machines, the little phone machines, the big machines, everything, all the latency. It's really crazy because, you know, I did analog sound for bands for years. The only time you really had a big latency problem was two things. One, very, very long lines, you know, like cables. And you would have to put, what you had to do, it's really confusing to understand how it works, but you had to put a delay in the line. If you went over so many feet, basically, I guess over probably, I've run audio from 100, 150 foot snake, so I guess it's 200, 300, 400 feet. A little further, not too much further back, you're going to, and when you have an array of speakers, you know, because this, when you're outdoors is usually when you do something like that. And so if you've got speakers spread out across a couple of acres, then you have to have some more equipment, which I've actually never did get to use. I never mixed for shows that big, but I've been to shows that big, and I've seen you know, walked around listening to the delay effect and stuff. But when it's set up right, you hardly notice any delay when you walk from the start at the stage and walk back out, and you'll hardly notice any delay when they're set up good. So anyway, that's what latency is, but normally, like I said, up to about 150 feet away from your speaker system when you're live, your signals will go fast enough through your wiring to not have that problem. We'll hear that delay and all that. Okay, so wireless mics, especially in the early 90s when they first really became popular, and that's when I used them the most, were you sometimes would have a latency problem with them, especially if you bought a cheap one, you know, like a $100, $150 one instead of a $750 one or more, then you'd have a lot of times latency problems. It was very aggravating, and and the worst thing about them is the radios would, you know, cut in and out, make noise and everything. So of course none of those work anymore because they sold all those frequencies off to the big companies now. They can't even use those old mics anymore. Actually, you know, well, it's actually illegal now to use them because they sold those frequencies. Actually, I have a professional radio operator's license because I used to be a master control operator at a TV station, and I had to have one for that. So I could actually legally run them, but it wouldn't do me no good because they're not going to work. Because everything around here would walk over. Everything in that, you know, all the AT&T and everybody else and all their new MiFi, MiFi, DeFi, that's going to walk all over all that. So it already is doing it. That's why we have, and that's the other thing we have trouble with our home routers. And I'm afraid that it's not too far off when they start putting this AT&T, well, one of them's called MiFi, and there's a different names they've given it, but it's they're all using the what was it called? Something free spectrum band. That's what they sold off. Anyway, they're using those bands, and they're close enough to the bandwidth of Wi-Fi routers that I'm afraid they're just going to walk over them. And they're going to be really powerful. They'll put them out on the telephone poles or wherever, or on just some poles. You know, they may all be like if they're not wired to something, they may be getting a signal from a satellite or whatever. But anyway, I don't know why I'm am I going into all that? Oh, my videos and why I have some, and why. So there's so much to why, it's cool being able to have a wireless camera, but it's also really challenging to get it to work good. So anyway, the better your equipment, the better, of course, the better off you're going to be. So my biggest bottleneck that I know about is the speed of my Wi-Fi chips in these phones. I mean, they're Alcatel A45L phones. They're called Alcatel One Touch. They're several years old now. And like I'm talking to my old neighbor, Jeff, who gave me some of these computers, his newer phone will get, I think it'll get 100 megabits for as long as he's not, he's close enough to his router at home. So anyway, and it's not a brand new phone. Okay, back to the work. I wanted to, I don't know about Lucky Backup. It should, maybe it already ran when I wasn't looking, or maybe it just hadn't started yet. But I don't want to start doing manual copy. I'm not going to do it right now anyway, because I decided, I'm very close to being able to give that Dell 1525 back to Mom as long as everything works out all right and let her use it. So I had on my notes that I thought, I haven't, I don't think I ever got the Debian 8 on that thing set up to automatically back itself up. If I did, I don't remember. So I want to check for backups. I've got it cleaned up. It shows to be cleaned up. I would, like I said, well, I've passed my setup that I've figured out over the years, and that is when you finally get a scan that shows nothing at all, then you're probably safe. You still can always be things that neither one of those scanners, like I only ran 2 scanners on it, Claim AV and Bitdefender. So you could run something else on there and it might see something. But since the only bad files I ever saw on it were in the Firefox cache, and not the only Trojan files and stuff were not in the actual user or any application folders, then I think it would be all right for her to use it. It's always everything. Well, it's a risk, and that's a risk every day anyway on the internet. But so I thought, okay, let's see. Clean the malware Trojan files. Yeah, I could update it. I have some screenshots on there. Oh, and I was thinking maybe I would connect to. I don't have TeamViewer on it. I do have KRFB, and that's what I'd been using to connect to it, but I would have to do some setup on the routers, and then I thought, you know what, I still don't, even though I've cleaned this machine, I'm up reasonably enough, I still don't want to log into my router, because if there was some malware that was, keyloggers and things, I don't want to give them my passwords to my routers. Of course, that's probably the least of my worries compared to some of the other things you might give them, but and I'm not going to go, typing in any important passwords until this thing is reformatted anyway. But can I do remote desktop without worrying too much? I think so, especially if I use TeamViewer and I don't have to go into my routers and do all that. That's kind of harder and takes a lot of time anyway. You got to go into 2 or 3 different machines to find out, because I got 3 routers, and that's on the 3rd one. So you have to find out this IP goes to this one, and this one goes to this one, and this one goes to this one, and I have to rechange the port forwarding and all that stuff. TeamViewer, it'll go through. Kind of scary how it can do that, but I can be on any one of my routers anywhere on the subnet, and TeamViewer will just go right through, and I can log into it. So TeamViewer is good, but boy, be careful with it. Don't turn on that unattended access for the internet on your local. Well, I don't ever let it run in the background. I only open it up when I need it. And don't turn on it, because if you turn on it, well, they had a big whoop-de-doo a year or 2 ago about it. It tells you how to do it, but what to, don't. This is, if you're going to turn on unattended access, don't just leave it running. Don't have it start up with your system. Well, people were not paying attention and were doing it, and all of a sudden, TeamViewer has a vulnerability. No, it's not a bug, a vulnerability or a bug. It's a feature. It's just one that you're too stupid to pay attention to how to use it. With powerful tools comes great powerful responsibility. Okay, that's my soapbox. Yeah, update system apps. I mean, these things can be wonderful, wonderful tools. I've used VNC ever since I learned about VNC is the one I learned how to use. I tried to use Windows Remote Desktop, and it was so hard to set up. Back in Windows 98 XP, back in early 2000s, I got to work once or twice, and then it would not work the next time. And I think it was because some of the Windows firewall protection and all that sort of stuff. Well, the app, maybe some of the apps I had on there was doing it. Something, I think it was Windows kept turning off the things I would turn on, so that I could do it. And back then, well, it probably was as big a risk then as it was now. But well, you didn't have as many people all over the world constantly trying to break into everything. Back then, wasn't quite as bad. At least we didn't know about it if it was. Okay. There we go. So, sometimes I just go into explaining too much. So what I think I'll do is, I don't have TeamViewer on that. Oh, I forgot to mention that. I mentioned it before. Well, I had this little SD card in the USB adapter. I was booted up to Bitdefender. I noticed that it doesn't just have TeamViewer installed on it. It has a script on it that downloaded the newest TeamViewer and opened it up and ran it for you. And I thought, that's cool, I want that. So I went and found it, and I copied it over to the, my folders here on this stick. And I thought, I might. But it's 32-bit version. I noticed that. Oh yeah, I want to copy it. Let me put it in here. Well, before I do want to copy it over to my backup drive. So yeah, there we go. So I'm going to do that. I'll just do a quick backup of my files on my this. I don't think I've done anything risky. Did I scan? Oh, it got scanned. It gets scanned every time I run Bitdefender on it, so it's clean. And this one just got cleaned up. Well, I mean, this machine did. Now, the backup drive, I will want to scan it again before everything's all said and done. Where do I always put that? Oh, okay. I usually just downloads, documents like that. So, but you need to, it's quicker if you do when you're... Yeah, I told you my voice was getting... I'm actually not draining as bad now as I was earlier. Now I'm wearing out my throat. I am draining, and that is why I'm coughing, but partially. I think it's partial. I'm going to need a cough drop. Partially that and partially my throat. Downloads. Am I in? Yeah, okay. I better pause that. Well, I'll let it play. No, it makes the machine, after so long, I don't have the, there we go. There. I can use the buttons in the touchpad on that laptop just for that simple stuff. Downloads. Okay, now I'm going to select everything in the downloads folder on the SD card, right click, synchronize. It's already on right to left, so compare. Most of this has just been backed up the other day. Synchronize, start. I always leave confirm overwrites. Okay, it's already done. That was how little. Now to double check, make sure that wasn't just something went wrong, and just do it again. It should say nothing, synchronize, nothing to do. Okay, so you're done. So that's not too painful. Documents. I can't see it. I never can see, but I can type and find it. That's one thing why I like Crusader so much. Now this one, whoops, hit the wrong thing. I was trying to hit. I hit control instead of shift, so I didn't get them all. Okay. Synchronize. You have to be careful. You can actually let go of your mouse button on delete. Synchronize. what is this? I don't know if that's the same or different, so I'm going to say suggest new name, apply to all, because it could be the same name. And, oh, I hit overwrite after all that. Idiot. Well, it's too late now. Probably it didn't overwrite anything, probably didn't screw up. But screenshots is where, they can very often get the same name. So I'm just going to do that folder, synchronize. I'm afraid I'm going to get so many duplicates of the same one. Or suggest new name, apply to all, rename. I hit override. It probably wasn't much. Now then, that's my license keys goes in my documents folder. I'm sure that hasn't changed, but I was going to show you documents. Okay, I put them in their own folder on this for some reason. Yeah, nothing to do. Now let's get out of this one. I want to go to my home directory, videos. There. Over here I'll go to, I need to be in that if I'm going to show it. Documents. I think I just know it was downloads. Yeah. Alright, I'll open up the, let me check how things look. Okay. Looks okay. There's lots of downloads in there now. Let's see, there it is. TV wrapper. There's the script. Doesn't have .sh on there, but it is a script. And that's the desktop icon. And I right-clicked on it and said compress it. I thought, well, maybe it'll bring everything with it, but it didn't. But and somewhere I should have the. I'll also save the TeamViewer. There it is. The icon image. There it is. Okay, so the TV wrapper is the script. I'll hit view, and it's real simple. It's a bash script, bin bash or bin sh. Well, I guess maybe it's not. I don't know if it's well, it was in bash folder, so I guess it's a bash script. There's the URL to go download TeamViewer, and I think this machine's actually a 64-bit, so I think if I changed it to what would it be? Not i386, 686 or something like. I don't know what I'd have to do. I'd have to go to their site and find out. If I started guessing, I'd never get it right. I'm going to try the see if 386 version will run on that. I think it won't actually. I think you got to have the 64-bit version, and then it's find. See, I've never known how to write a script like this, so this will help me learn. It's downloading it. Find home. So and so, so and so. Now this might not work on. I don't know what distro that was. It was Linux, but I don't know which distro. Might not work on all distros, but that's why I'm looking through it. See if I can tell if I think it'll work. You definitely wouldn't want to run it if you thought it was going to hurt anything, Make a directory, home TV. That'd be okay. That should be safe for any. I think so far. I think it would be safe for Fedora or Debian. I kind of think that was probably Debian that other one was on because it didn't look really. I didn't look through it a whole lot. The one that Bitdefender's on, it could be. Anything. It could be other versions besides Fedora. Okay, then we get TeamViewer TarDZ. Why does it? I don't know. I guess that's telling it where the website is, and that's telling it the actual file. Yeah. Oh, it's going into the TeamViewer i386. No, that's a WZ. I don't know. I don't think I know enough. It take me a bunch of learning to modify that to get the 64-bit. So if it works, I'll use it. If it doesn't, then I won't mess with it now. It's been a nice learning project. It's downloading it. There's the error messages that if it didn't work or if it did work, if then this, okay, and then once it's downloaded, I think this is going to be the one right here. That's going to be what executes it right there, and it opens it up for you. That's why I think it's so cool. So if I can get that, even if I can just use this one on 32-bit systems, I'd be really happy with that. So actually, I'm going to move those to the. I should have done it on that other stick. Oh, it's still in there. There it is, TeamViewer. So everything to do with that, I'm going to move to the TeamViewer folder. Hopefully, I'll know what that is. Oh, I should have. Made a directory. I'm going to put i386 so I'll know, and if I decide to ever fix it up real nice, TeamViewer download and run. Very good. Now let's go to that. Let's go ahead and get that folder name. I'm going to do the same thing on this. That's all I need to do is just move those. This is starting to feel like a big sidetrack, but oh yeah, there it is right there. And see, I may have the portable version would run on there, but see, that's where I ran into problems. It doesn't always run. There it is. TV. Not as in television. TeamViewer. Okay, so yeah, I was in the right place. Okay. So now I can plug that stick into any machine and try that if none of this other work. I know I tried running the, see, I have 13, I have the installer. See, I could, oh, that's what I ought to do. Just try installing it from the deb file. Yeah, AMD64, that's what I'll do. I have, no, I have both in version 13. That's the newest version for RPMs too. Sometimes, if it's a live system, you probably don't have the dependencies is the problem. If it's the one that's been installed, you probably do. There's one, portable, but that's for Windows. And then another one for Windows. I had one, how to run TeamViewer without installing, just a screenshot. And all you had to do on that version, anyway, I think it only worked on that version, is oh yeah, just unpack the file, the tar.gz, and run TV setup check libs. Do that before you try to run it, and then unpack it to a folder, and the check libs will tell you what you need to install. Oh, okay. You know what? I might have forgot to do that or something. No, I don't know. I've made it work, and I haven't made it work. So anyway, now I can plug this into the laptop and run TeamViewer. That's what I'm going around and around doing all this for. Okay. I'm going to eject that. I don't know why it says eject sometimes and safely remove other times. Depends on what kind of drive it is, I guess. Okay, now I put that into the laptop. And I will go ahead and I'll switch over to the yeah, that's what we'll do. Okay.
Okay,
Both of them?
both of them?
Yep.
Yep. Now, that should be the wired. Switch over to that camera right there. Now, let's make sure that I am working by reloading my preview over here. As soon as that reloads, I'll turn on the audio. Actually, I can do it now. Whoops! I hit the. It does something different while it's reloading. I was just fixing to start playing when I hit the space bar. I thought I would turn on the audio ahead of time. It's actually messed it up. It made it go in a different place. That's all. It didn't mess it up. It just moved it. Okay, but I guess I have to use the.
It made it go in a different
Use the
place.
buttons. Okay.
That's all. It didn't mess it up.
Okay, so I'm good. Now I'll have to use the camera until I get TeamViewer running. I do have my wireless keyboard ready to use, though in the meantime here, let's see, and the mouse, it's all hooked up. Oh, I didn't switch the camera yet. I have to get up to aim it down when I turn it. I can turn it just fine, but I have to go down a lot too. I already paused that preview. It actually wouldn't have to go down a lot, but it's not really. There we go. That's as good as I can really get it without a lot of moving around and everything. Okay. Oh, it is playing over there. It's just a delay. I still can't keep it in my mind that there's that delay. And I want to grab that mouse that I'm used to using on the little laptop. Okay. First, I'll have to just look over my shoulder, make sure I don't have TeamViewer on there. I didn't think I did. Let's use that search. I think it's, oh, that's the same search. This is XFCE. Okay, oh, I don't have it on there. I don't have the little search on it, the regular one. This is XFCE, isn't it? Maybe it's not. That might be the mate icon. I can't see. I think this is a mate desktop. Yeah, I could run it on the main. That's the mate desktop. KDE. I was going to see if there was mate settings in there. Now I'm going to do the. Okay, so what I want to do then is get in Crusader. And go to that drive, 29 gigabyte, Don's files, downloads. There it is. It was the last one. Now I won't mess with that script. Oh, I could try, but I could try running it, and then it would try to install and do all of its stuff, and then it might not work. But since I already have these downloaded, and these files have been scanned twice now, they're clean, so. This is 64-bit, so I'm going to right-click and say, I should be able to say run. Oh, I think I better, no, open with is what I want. Apt, yeah, either app or apper. It's got apper. I'm not sure which one would do the. I'm going to try Apper because I used to use it so much on Fedora and I'm familiar with it. Support, okay, it's not. The support for installing from a deb is not there, not with Apper anyway. Let's see if it's package installer. Okay, let's see if it can do it from apt. And I'll be needing the password and everything. if it works. Yeah, it says install package. Tells you all the information. Okay, yeah, we want the root password. I think it's gonna work. I figured I had probably installed the support, or maybe it came with it, but since there's like appers on there, and I don't think it came with it. I know I installed everything I thought I needed on that thing. Well, like say to install, I don't know if I ever finished doing it. I think I did. I don't know. One of them I don't think I ever got the Wi-Fi working, and the other one I did. So in order to install those, proprietary Wi-Fi drivers, I needed to be able to install from a deb file. So it looks like it's working. Selecting previously unselected package viewer. Reading database, unpacking. Starting up team viewer, processing triggers for desktop utils. Oh, I think it says it's done. I'm gonna have to get over there closer. It's hurting my neck anyway. Okay, select previously. Setting up team viewer, processing triggers for desktop file. Processing triggers for MIME support. Processing triggers for high color icon. Done. Okay. Now, it says done. I don't want to. Sometimes it's done, but it ain't done all the way, so I don't know. This is different than Fedora. It's just a little terminal window it's showing you. Maybe it's done. It looks to me like everything's been done. Nothing else is happening. I'm going to take the. I think it's finished. I'm not 100% sure. No. There it is, TeamViewer 13. So it did work. Accept the license agreement. I was moving it over to the other directory. I'm going to move this over where I like to have it. Now, very good. Now, as long as I'm not crapped out onto TeamViewer over here, I didn't check that first. I'm not used to having to worry about it. I'll just leave the camera where it is until I decide if I need it again. Okay. Desktop. Now I'm pretty sure I can use I have TeamViewer 12 on this one, but I'm pretty sure I could use it to connect. Forgot to switch mics, I think. I got it out, but I didn't switch. Yeah. Okay, we're on the SM58 on the desktop. TeamViewer. Let's make sure that I'm not making mistakes. So let's reload that thing, that player. There we go. Okay, yeah, it's good this time. It's not jacked up where it can't connect. Okay, I got to put in the number. Yeah, okay, so all I'm missing now is the sound, making sure the sound's good. And are you working? Okay. There we go, that's working. Now, when I click connect, should work. It's taking a little longer than I thought. Oh, it says your partner uses a newer version of TeamViewer. Would you like
to update TeamViewer now to establish connection. Oh, I guess you can't connect with 13. I guess it'll work. What's it gonna do? Probably open up a website. I've actually got that file. I don't need to. I thought I had trouble installing it or something. I didn't see any way to get around it. Oh, maybe if I would have just hit X. I think it's trying to open up Firefox or something. I don't think it just updates it. Some apps that you install like this. This is one of those examples where you're installing a proprietary app that will run on Linux. So they're not in the repos. This one's not. But it's a big enough company. Or well, it's not necessarily about how big they are. It's just if you look at their website and see if they seem like they're using good security, and scan the files before you use them. See, I always do that anyway. If I download something from a GitHub repository or something, I always scan them as I'm downloading them, so that if I decide to use them later. I don't know. It seems like it's doing nothing. So I'm going to try to connect again. And commercial use suspected. This software seems to be used in commercial environments. Please note that the free version may only be used for personal use. Thank you. Well, thank you, you SOBs. What makes you... I'm not paying myself to do none of this. This is my machines. These are just my machines. I have more than one. Yeah, okay. Okay, so what does that mean? I think I've seen that one other time before. Okay, so I'm going to close TeamViewer and try to update it. Oh, but here's the problem. I don't think I'll be able to because now that's still going to be running. Why is it always some sort of aggravating problem? I don't remember. I think maybe the reason I didn't update that from 12, well, it was working fine between some of these other machines have TeamViewer 11 and they won't run TeamViewer 12, so, or there wasn't a 386 version before. That was what it was. Some of these older machines. Okay, so I don't know, I'll just try it again. Let's see. Do I have it up here? Thought I did. I guess not, yeah. Expect you're using it for commercial purposes. Well, then somebody send me a check, because I need it. 998-418, and these usernames and passwords change every time, so whoops. So it doesn't matter if you show them. Well, actually, if it's installed, the username stays the same, but the password changes every time. Gotta make sure I get it right. I'm not very good at that. Oh, that is kind of weird. Oh, I see. So if I select OK, that little message was behind this. That one about it being, I could see it being commercial use. I select OK. Oh, there it is. Now it comes up. Oh, what the heck? I haven't even used it in the last few days at all, so it's not like I'm using it all day every day or anything. And that did open up. Now this time it did open up, but in the I wouldn't download anything in this browser, even though I've cleaned and cleaned and cleaned. This one's kind of broke anyway. Yeah, commercial use. So I can't reboot the machine, of course. Wine server quits. It automatically runs a wine server Windows emulator. Now let's see. Oh, in process. That's the only. I think it's going to break it. That's what it's going to do. Let's leave it running. Maybe it won't hurt anything. Let's leave it just like that. I'm going to see if I can install the other version. I don't know. I'm afraid it won't even let me use it again until I reboot or something. Or heck, for all I know, they won't ever let me use it again for a long time. I don't know. I think I saw that one other time and then it went away after a while. After a reload, restarting it. I guess rebooting the computer because obviously this didn't work. TeamViewer 13, yeah, 11, 12, 13. Now I have the RPM. This is 64-bit, so let's say open with. I can't remember. I think maybe since Apper's on top, I set it as Apper. I had to use Apper to install it. Yeah, see, it looks like it's going to work. Am I on? Yeah, okay. My preview's still playing. I should probably pause it. The machine will get too tired. Let's see. Okay, yes. Continue. It says untrusted package. Well, I've scanned it enough times, I know. Okay, now then. Hopefully that'll fix it. If it can't update it with that process running, then I will just give up and just go back to using the camera at the screen and do what I was going to do. See, it's been another 10-15 minutes just trying to get TeamViewer running over here. That's what I hate about proprietary software, even when it runs on Linux, because it's always a bunch of crap just like Windows freeware and shareware. I heard about it for years, but I wouldn't even try it because I knew that's what it was. A problem we were not expecting has occurred. Please report this. Copyrights, install, TeamViewer. I guess I better copy this error and save it to a file. That is a long error. With file from Pt11. Probably because it's running, I'm going to bet. I can't copy it. Oh, here we go. Select all. I knew I'd done that before because I've had lots of trouble installing TeamViewer in the past. One system it'll work, another one it won't. But I will put this in my. Now, of course, now these files will need to be backed up. I mean, they're not the end of the world, but they could end up being important. So, yeah, there's a bunch of conflicts. Now, see, it's not worth a lot of trouble because I'm getting ready to reformat. I'm just trying to get some stuff done here. But it is always a good idea to save your error messages. Okay, do a screenshot of it too, if I can. Could be that I tried it and it didn't work before, but it could have also been that it was running. Maybe I had already been running TeamViewer, and I suppose I could kill it and try it. Well, I can't use it, so let's just try to end the process. And I won't be able to end it. It'll probably, yeah, okay, it'll ask me for my root password. I think I got it right. Should just, yeah, it should shut down nicely. That's not killing it, that's shutting it down. Alright, let's try it again. Open with Apper. Now maybe that was the reason. Okay, well, I've scanned it enough to trust it. Nope. Problem with it occurred again. Okay. I don't know. I guess I could uninstall TeamViewer, but I'm not going any further than that. That's enough. Enough of that fun. Oh, well, now that I've killed it, let's see if I can open it back up. Yeah, I don't give up that easy, do I? You know me, if you've ever seen any, ever talked to me or seen any of my, worked with me or seen any of my videos, you know I ain't giving up that easy, even though it might take forever and a day. What are we going to do? Try running TeamViewer. I swear I have run it. I got a feeling that would, yep, it's not running. Yeah, okay, so it must be starting every time I start, I was going to say Windows. I didn't realize that. Maybe I finally figured something out about how this all works. You know, like I'm always saying, I'll have to reboot. I've never seen this message before that I remember, ever. And I don't think I can, yeah, I can't copy it or anything, but I did get a screenshot of it. Okay. It's so small. Okay, yeah. Dash daemon start. DEAMON. Daemon, not demon. Or I wouldn't start it. TeamViewer --DEAMON. Let's see if that works. Error parsing command line unrecognized daemon. Oh, wow. See, Linux alerts. So it can start. These are like red alerts. I've never seen red SE Linux alerts before. Huh. It was going to launch the TeamViewer GUI too. Let's start at the bottom one. Wow. Huh. DEAMON. DAEMON. It's my fault. I probably spelled it DEA. I don't know how you spell demon, to be honest. DAEMON. Okay, so there's the problem. Okay. Just like I said, be careful what you type. DAEMON. Oh, it's not typing in there. This is why I don't like to try to type things out in the command line. DAEMON. Okay, TeamViewer, DAEMON start. Okay, it worked. Now then, I'll just try to start it normally from the GUI. Go away. I'm not going to look at all. I'll try to look at the SE Linux alerts, and okay, yeah, it was not running, so you better make sure. Yeah, let's make sure it's not. TeamViewer 1. Oh, it's running. It's running twice now. Oh, well, I had the other one. But why is it running twice? It's usually not running twice, but let's just leave it like it is for now. Okay. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's ready to go. It's working still. I gotta get that number back up. Okay. It won't be in there until you've it won't stay in the drop down list until you've connected to it at least once. Oh gosh. I was typing at 9. Start over. 998. If I call it out, it helps me somehow. 418 163. Well, I guess because it helps me remember it as I look over. I can't look at something and look away and remember it unless I guess if I'm saying it, it helps. 998 418 163. See if it just give me. It probably just give me this same old. It's actually doing both things. Wrong version, and it thinks you're using it for commercial use. Because I can't do it. Flat can't do it. Okay. I accidentally was typing in that command line. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop the team viewers from running. I guess I could just kill one of them and leave the other one just in case I wanted to try to use it. I don't think I'm going to, but I don't know what's the next thing I'm going to want to do. I'll leave one running. It's not going to hurt. Okay, but I didn't think I needed two running. And I did kill it before I started it up again, so it ain't going to save me. Edit, select all, edit, copy. I want to put this in a file too. Never seen that command before. Okay. Never know how long something that seems simple. I mean, it's so easy to just connect up to TeamViewer normally. But, you know, I could have installed TeamViewer 12 on there, and I guess it would have worked. But I didn't think I'd have a problem. I just didn't click with me that I knew I had 12 on this system. Yeah, no, now I want to do it, don't I? I don't think there's any point. Nah. I mean, I'm most likely I'm still going to get that. You're using it. We think you're using it commercially thing again. So exit team viewer. Boy, I can't believe that one. Something you never, ever see in true open source software. So that's one reason why I always stuck with VNC, the open source stuff, for all those years, ever since. Well, I learned about VNC in Windows back in, I don't know. I don't know if I learned about it when I was running Windows 98, but when the first year Windows XP came out, I bought Windows XP Pro and put it on my built system. Or rebuilt a system I already had. It was a Pentium 3 350 megahertz. And it ran it pretty darn good until I got too many apps on there. Alright. Let me switch my... I'm over there on the... just need to get the right mic going here. So that I can move around. And reload my previews to make sure I know that I'm being heard. Okay. Yeah, that's the wireless, right? Well, that was loud when I turned that on. Okay. I could have probably been done with what I was going to do. That's aggravating. I don't know. I don't understand it. Let's get this little backup, this little drive out of here. I mean, I could... What? Oh, Crusader. Yeah. No, don't inject anyway. You can cause yourself some trouble. Go ahead and get out of there. Go to home. Anywhere besides on that drive, and then close Crusader, and then after it's finished shutting down, you should be able to inject. Yeah. Because you can actually damage your file system on your SD card or your USB drive. That USB drive that's NTFS is really easy to damage. I've done it about 3 times, forgetting those sorts of things. Okay, so all I wanted to do, get my notes out again. What's the 2 main things I wanted to do? I know one of them is open up Synaptic, and that is the package manager.
and I want to do an update. Yeah, Synaptic. And let's see. I'm kind of confused here. Wireless keyboard. That keyboard is so funky. I'm gonna mess something up here. Oh, I can put it in my lap. I didn't think about. Ow! Okay. Yeah, there we go. I don't care which mouse I use. I actually like that wired mouse better than the wireless mouse. Where did it go? I made it go away. I must have hit something on that keyboard picking it up. Synaptic. Okay. And then we'll do our updates. I was just trying to make the video better, folks. Sorry. Just made the video longer, and well, I guess that was a valuable learning experience. What did we learn? Well, proprietary software sucks. That's what we learned. Okay. Malware, Trojans, Debian 8, C, screenshots, apps, aptitude, CD. Oh yeah, I wanted to see about making a list of the apps on here. And I also want to update the system. The main thing is updating the system for Mom to be able to use it. Scan all Wi-Fi. Okay, that is what? Oh, I've got my note. I do have like X's when it didn't work and check marks when I've done it, but I'm getting to where I don't know what I've done anymore. Okay, now in this one, mark all upgrades. Okay. Firefox, iSweasel, and Skype for Linux. That's it. Okay, well that's good. Now, yeah, there we go. To be upgraded, Firefox, iSweasel, Skype for Linux. There we go. Pretty simple and, yeah, except for when things fail. Pretty simple and Synaptic. Failed to fetch securitydomain.org. Firefox, not found. Okay. And also the repo Skype didn't come up. Security domain, pool, updates, main, Firefox. iSweasel didn't come up. Well, we are on the internet, aren't we? Make sure. Yeah, I mean that is the cable that can come loose, but it doesn't feel loose. And I don't see it like when I pushed on it, but it didn't move. But it's not if it was disconnected, it would reconnect. Yeah, I could have just looked at my. I can also look up here and look at connection information. Well, that'll just tell you your local IP address. And actually, if you're disconnected, oh, it does have wireless. So either way, it would keep working. The wireless is on my main router. Okay, cool. And then this one is on that other router, the 10 dot router. So, yeah, I wouldn't have lost connection. Okay. What is this? This is me, isn't it? Okay. I don't really need to sign in. It was asking me if I wanted to sign in. Okay, now here's what I understand. Guess this happened before and I forgot. But there's nothing that needs updating that's super important. There's no kernel updates or anything like that. So, boy, now what a fool I feel like spending 20, 30, 40 minutes trying to get TeamViewer working to show you that. God. Sometimes I lose. I mean, you don't know until you try on these things. You don't. I mean, that was not a normally expected problem. You know, it could be because the Debian 8 it may be end of life now, because the Debian 9 is the new one now. But they usually support for like 3 versions back or more. So I don't know. And of course, Skype is proprietary. It's not. I think it's in Is it in the repos? When you install something, it gets put in the repos, but TeamViewer doesn't do that. And it may be that Firefox doesn't want, Fedora doesn't want to do that because you just saw the kind of junk they got going. Messing with you. Trying to say you're using it for charging people money for using it for commercial purposes. For what reason? I mean, it's not like I use it all day, every day, or anything like that, so for them to even think that. Okay, Synaptic, update errors, Debian 8. On, all the dates up here too, 06/14. 18, very good. Okay, oh, that sucked. I hit Control V trying to hit Control C for copy. Okay, Control C, very good. Save. Documents. Domain 8 info. Oops. It didn't go automatically put. I tried to hit Control V to paste it and it wasn't in the right spot. There we go. I think I've seen that before. I've already tried this. So it won't domain, securitydomain.org, pool updates main Firefox. Now you might be able to find out, that's Firefox ESR. Yeah, because the one that I'm actually using is the one I'm running on standalone. It updates automatically. So that's not a problem. It may not be, I don't know. I've got a feeling that they're just not updating it anymore. Because usually your repos don't disappear in Debian. They're all about being stable, unless it's getting really old. So, and since there's 3 of them, that's Firefox ESR too. And then the other one is Skype. I thought one of them was, when I was reading it, I thought it was 3, iSweasel. One's Firefox ESR and the other one is iSweasel. That's what I thought. So it's iSweasel ESR, which is another version of Firefox. I don't know if it's a lightweight version, but it's another version. I can't remember. I used to use it years ago. Well, I used to use it in Debian because that was what they gave you. That was all you had to use. But, yeah. So there's no updates that I can do. And there's nothing to worry about either. That's the thing I wanted to know. Okay. I mean, I could uninstall those things. If there were other things in the update list, then I would, so that I could update. Okay, quit and discard mark changes, yeah. Yeah, if there was other things that needed to be updated, and I couldn't update them because of that, because it was hanging it up, I would change it. Okay, now what's the other thing? Lenovo Wi-Fi. Oh. The other thing was Synaptic, yeah. I'm not sure how you'd make a apps list. Oh yeah. It's app2cd. Used to be one called app2cd. I don't know. I think I don't really need to do that tonight. All I need to do is maybe do that before I, reformat this thing. That can be later after I finish the important stuff. So, I could go into, I could have stayed in Synaptic and look for app2cd. App2cd is the app I used to use to make that. What it used to do was burn you an ISO, build you an ISO, and you could burn it to a CD, or you could save the ISO. Seems like the first time I used it, it wouldn't give you any option but to burn it to a CD, and I did do that. And it's cool about it though is you can pop that CD into the system and use it to install all those apps straight off that CD. You don't even need to be on the internet, so it is kind of cool. So app2cd, I remember that. I might want to do that later. Updates, I need to check that off or exit off. Okay, so let me look at my list again. Let me kind of look around this system and get some more. Let's see. I do. Oh yeah, those screenshots of my scans should be in here. Screenshots. Let's see what I got here. Okay, what is that? Virus scanner is super user. Okay, I was scanning it with ClamAV, and that's a speed test. I was seeing where I am and everything. Okay, that's one of the scan. Okay, now here's some of the results. Yeah, PUAs, potentially unwanted program is what I would call that. I think they called it something else, but anyway, I don't know. It seems out of order, but there was 90 possible threats, and there's the ones that I left alone. They're all LibreOffice. I think they're, some of them say template, some of them say, I thought I saw some of them said macro or something. No, Eurocommon. So they're they're okay. I've seen that kind of stuff before when I was scanning them. It would be bad if it was bad and you left it, but it says potentially unwanted, and it doesn't say Trojan in there or anything like that. That's a screenshot, so I didn't get it all where you can read it all, so I can't change that now. Yeah, I just had it divided there to make sure I could see. Just more LibreOffice. LibreOffice. I think there was, a pretty long list, so I had to keep, taking separate screenshots because I couldn't get it all in one shot. And I think some of them are duplicates, really. Might be even from more than one scan. I'm not sure, because I've just been doing a lot of scans lately, Okay, and then some of these are heuristics, encrypted. PDFs that know what they are and they're fine. So, yeah, more LibreOffice. I think maybe this is two different scans because I did scan this twice, I think. No, I scanned it once with ClamAV and once with Bitdefender, and this is still ClamAV though, or ClamTK. ClamTK is the GUI you use in Debian 8 anyway. You've set up 9 before yet, so I don't know what it's like. I put 8 on this because this is I don't know. Well, on the Dell 6000, I don't think 9 will even run on it because it's 32-bit. This is 64-bit system. It would run 9. I'm almost positive. I'm not sure why I did that. Okay. There's something that says PUA win exploit in the cache. Now I'm pretty sure I deleted that. Oh yeah, it says the action taken, none, or action. Well, maybe if I keep on going, I'll find out. Yeah, PA win. That was in Firefox cache. There was 4 of them. Oh, those are the ones I deleted. I don't see where I deleted them yet, but I do remember deleting them. Maybe I'm pretty sure I got a screenshot of that. But LibreOffice. It looks to me like I really did scan it twice. Now, maybe I scanned it. Oh, I scanned our home directory. Then when I saw that, I thought I'd better scan the whole thing. Yeah. So the second time there wasn't anything. The first time there was those 4 files that were in cache, and they were actually Firefox cache, and they were actually Windows viruses. And I'm sure they came from that bad add-on. But they're, then when I scanned it with Bitdefender, it was clean. Okay. Oh, and then my Bitdefender screenshots are on that SD card. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's the end of those. Yeah, that's the end of all that. Right? Yeah. Well, there's still some more stuff about updating it. Yeah, setting it up. Since you can't see it, I won't linger on all these, but you want to just basically scan it for everything you possibly can and then go through the results and, you know, figure out what it is you want to do about it. Let's see. Okay, where's that thing? I want to put it in there. Well, I could put that in my main machine and show it on the desktop. I'll do that. Okay, so anything else? Let's see. Okay. Oh, I think I should log out of my username. Where's the log out? I'll just restart it. It doesn't take long. Restart it, go into Mom's and make sure nothing seems to be broken or anything. Like I said, I scanned it as root user, so I scanned every single directory on there. And Bitdefender does the same thing. It scanned every folder in there. So I'm so tired. I don't believe I'll even try to put it back in there tonight, because I'll kind of look through some of what I need to do on the other machine here, and then I'll quit. While that's rebooting, I'm looking at my preview and everything.
Machine here, and then I'll quit.
There we go. Okay, so okay. Wireless keyboards are pretty cool. I can't stand being hunched over a laptop. I need to be this far back. You can't even see me because I'm so far back. That's how far back I need to be to read. I'm farsighted. Used to, I had better than 20/20 vision. I was trying to remember the other day. I had 20/40 or something like that. I used to be able to see far away really well, and I didn't really have a problem. Well, I mean, I always had to kind of hold things out far. Then it got to where I couldn't hold things out far enough, and I had to have these glasses, and now I can't see anything without these. These are just magnifying glasses, you know, like number 125s. But I can't do anything. Computer, paper, I can't hardly read papers at all. I have to have these and a magnifying glass. Okay, so now I'm in her username, right? Where does it say what username you're in? On here it doesn't say, you know, your name. Everything got moved. There we go. Let's try doing that. I don't know if that'll work or not. Sometimes if you lock to panel on that, it probably won't work. The little divider there on the other side of the divider, the shutdown and the... I mean, they'll still work just fine, but it gets confusing to find them. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is... well, I guess all I got to do is go into the documents to see which documents, you know, which user I'm in that way. That's the simplest way to do it. Use the file manager. It won't let you won't either into Bane or Fedora. It won't let you go into the... Oh, this top directory said Don's files. And I was like, well, crap, what? And then I realized, oh, home theta documents. So those are that was the only folder, and the reason it's on top because I've got it organized by most recently changed on top. And those were, 2 files were deleted. They're in one of the first scans because they showed up to have their PDFs with some sort of Trojan thing in them. They could have been... well, they could have been infected by this, you know, these malware on these pages, or they could have been that way already, and they could have not been actual real Trojans. They might have been just something that could possibly be used, because they weren't. Nothing I found on here was straight up. Well, let's see. Yeah, it was a bit confusing because this ClamTK has the way they describe it sounds different than any of the other virus programs I use, so I was a bit unsure but they were under the pup category, and that was not, it didn't scan for pups by default, and most scanners don't. pups are usually considered to be potentially unwanted programs, is what it always used to say in all the Windows virus scanners. Guess I should open ClamPK to kind of. Anyway, this is Mom's Epson PC Faxers, her driver for her, but it's already working on there. Let's open up the. Before I do anything else, I'll open up the browser and see if it looks like it's going to work. This one I didn't do the refresh and all that. That's right. I just kept scanning and scanning. So scans into Gmail just fine. I mean Google just fine. Google Photos, clear the clutter, and had a notification up there. I don't know if I ever ended up getting her. See, where do you go? Cookies. It gets. Oh, it says accept cookies and site data from websites until they expire. I thought I had, and it says always accept third-party cookies. That's crazy. Never accept. Well, from visited is what I usually do, because if you do go to, well, yeah, from, well, I put never on mine. Well, let me see. Yeah, if you visit that site, that's one thing. But if they're putting a cookie on there and tracking you and everything else, and you're not even going there, then that's something else. I put never. Let's see. I haven't seen it stop anything from working, but it is very aggravating when you have to. I've been putting delete the cookies until and now I see why I left it that way, until they expire, because it keeps asking you to log in every time, and that will confuse her. Now that I've cleaned and cleaned and cleaned on it, I think I will leave it like that. But third-party cookies, I was going in there to set an exception. From visited, I'm going to leave it never. I just can't think of any real good reason for. Oh, I didn't have any. I don't know. Maybe I never. I thought I put an exception for Chrome in there. Okay, now I was debating about whether I should. I was not gonna open up Thunderbird because I don't think you can read it, but I'm not sure. I don't want to open up Hertz on the video, but I guess that thing is still playing over there, isn't it? I can always forget whether I have it playing or not. Okay, my preview. Okay, so it looks okay. Close Firefox again. Let's see how the thing is running. Let's open up the. You can hear the fan kind of going on and going off, but I don't see anything. Yeah, the biggest user of the CPU is KSysCard that I just opened up. And make panel 21 megabytes or so, yeah. So it's alright. Even though this fan has always been loud, a lot louder than the other one. Although the other one is running right now, but I was letting that preview play too. Let's see, I'll open up Chrome. Chromium, actually, not Chrome. Chromium is actually pretty lightweight. Until you add, if you go to add all your thousands of bookmarks, you can't even use it on a quad core with 4 gig of RAM. I've made that mistake. But if you don't add a bunch of junk, it's okay. But Domain 8 is so old now that it's not getting updated. The last time I opened it up, she's getting confused between Chrome and Chromium, because I had it set up both to go to google.com, and she says, I can't go anywhere but Google. I open up Firefox and I go to Google, and I had to show her again and try to explain to her, Firefox is a program, Chrome is a program, Google is a website. You know, I don't know if she'll remember it this time either, but so and what had really thrown her off is, okay, so I'm not going to do anything there. What had thrown her off is I used to have her a home page with a bunch of news and stuff. And I took it out of there because it has a search bar in the top, and she kept using it instead of the Google search bar. And I just made her homepage google.com so that she would search on Google. But then she got confused about that. All right, so I believe it's clean now. Only thing else I could possibly do is try to scan it with another scanner, and it's not an impossible thing to do. It's awfully late, though. I mean, if I start another scan, I would have to let it run, and this thing rattles. It's hard. I mean, just knowing that my other ones were Lenovo i5, it's quiet and it doesn't make a lot of heat. The laptops don't make a lot of heat, but you know, I kept thinking about it, and of course I did have to fool with it. I had to keep checking on it. I don't know how many times I checked on it before I finally, you know, really got to sleep. Last night I was tired and worn out. I laid down. I thought I don't even feel like taking a bath. And then I laid there for 20, 30 minutes, and I wasn't going to sleep. So then and my foot felt like it was getting a cramp, so I took one of these natural muscle relaxers to get rid of those cramps, and I forgot the name of it. Verilin, that's what it's called. Yeah. And I see it over there. And then I realized, well, I really want a bath. So I went and got a bath and shaved and did the whole thing. And then I went to sleep just fine. So that was really unusual. If I think I'm too tired to step and get a shower, I usually don't have any trouble going to sleep. Here lately I've done it more in the last couple of months than I've done in the last 10 years. I was going to bed without getting a shower. And of course I get one in the next morning, but I don't, you know, of course I feel crappy when I'm up, just got up and trying to do that. Plus, I really just feel miserable all night. I'll wake up and I'll feel nasty and dirty, and I can't stand it. So anyway, I guess it's because I am nasty and dirty. All right, now what's the next thing I really need? I need to put this keyboard back up in its spot. Try to get it up there on the tray, up on the desk, before I plug it into the laptop. Plug it back into the Dell 6000, because I don't want to accidentally mash buttons. That was handy though. That worked out. Oh. Put this on me, I guess. Okay, now let me put that. Oh, if I'm gonna move that, I was gonna go ahead and move this camera. Well, I gotta have it to where I can see that I'm aiming it right. Okay. Okay, now see it sagged down. Oh, well, I pushed it down. I needed it down. That's right. Sometimes it sags because my stick that I have my camera on, I've got it mounted on a stick, an actual piece of wood. It's turned. It was on a lathe. It was part of my clothes tree. There we go. Yeah, it was part of my clothes tree, and it kind of started splitting and wouldn't stay on there anymore, and I was looking for a piece of wood to do that with. And I thought, well, that's perfect. It's even nice looking. One day I will plan on fixing my clothes tree, but one of the legs broke off too, so it's out in the garage waiting. Another one of those things I want to do. Actually, there's one missing. I got it off the curb. My neighbor across the street was putting it on the curb, and that was long. He's gone now. He died, but he was out there, and I said, "Hey, you mind if I take that? That's nice." He goes, "Well, I don't care." So I've had it for years, a long time now, and
it's either made out of mahogany or lawn. I think it's probably mahogany. It's got a real nice reddish color to it. So, yeah, it looks nicer than lawn usually looks, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell the difference between lawn or lawn, L-A-U-N, I believe, and mahogany, because they're both really soft and splintery when they're not finished really thick. And that was my first favorite wood was not lawn but mahogany. I never heard of Luan until I started working in the cabinet shop, and my boss bought it to use as. He didn't buy the wood; he'd buy the plywood to use for shelves. He didn't like using. He hated particle board, and so did I. I was very glad. That was the second cabinet shop I worked in. The first one, everything was portable board. It's the worst crap in the world. And anyway, you see a lot of things made out of Luan nowadays. Actual, solid wood Luan. It looks nice. It's all right. It's really soft and really splintery, though. But okay, this is my machine I'm working on. Well, what was I going to do there? Okay, now I remember a couple of things. Where's the... Okay, I see the SD card. I've worn myself out today, and I guess there's really not much point in trying to do a lot more. There's my latest screenshots. What do we got here? Oh, yeah, trying to get TeamViewer 13 to work with 12. It didn't want to. All that mess. I can't believe that. Okay, so on my preview's still playing, and everything seems to be working just fine. Yes, okay. Now, the other thing I wanted to do was kind of check my backup drive is in there. I guess I never saw it doing it, but I guess I got another backup. See, I did one while I was off camera before I rebooted earlier, and I did it with Lucky Backup, and then I thought, well, I really need to triple check everything. Well, I wanted to make sure I had a backup of my, there it is, cache. OBS should be in there. Where is it? I don't see it. Oh, darn, cache. I'm running OBS. Oh, it's not cache, it's config. Cache on the brain. Okay, so OBS Studio config, and then basic is where your scenes are and your profiles, and I want all that backed up, and it gets backed up automatically by my backups the way I have them set. So oops, and there's my backup of Firefox. Oh yeah, I was thinking I would report and I was thinking I would delete all of my Firefox. Okay, there's the Firefox that got in so much trouble, and I pretty much broke it cleaning it out. Now I can just delete that folder. I don't have it as Firefox. It's just I thought ahead, and sometimes when you extract a file, it just extracts all the files into whatever folder you extracted in. Sometimes it makes a folder. Well, when you download Firefox, at least right now, it makes a folder called Firefox, and that's all you really need. And some of my other standalone installs, it's Firefox because I didn't remember, and I just thought, oh well, it ain't gonna hurt, and it doesn't hurt to leave it like that. But anyway, I can delete that. I don't think I'll do it right now, but you can delete that and download it again and put it in there again, and then it'll just interact with your .mozilla folder right there. That's where your profiles are. See, they stay in there. So that one on top, one of those is going to be the regular Firefox. The other one's going to be Firefox Developer. And there's some other stuff in there. Normally you wouldn't have, that's all you would have is that right there. The installed version of Firefox is what, puts that in there. So that's kind of how you get away with running it in standalone mode easily anyway, is having it already installed and then just doing that. And that lets you run multiple versions of Firefox. And you don't share bookmarks. Each one has its own bookmarks and everything. So anyway, that might make it quit, acting up. And like if you have it running, this one here's the one I'm talking about. That I made that shortcut. That would normally, when you go here and say, see, if I go here and I say add this to the panel, that'll go to the old version, the installed version. But since this is Fedora 23, it's behind. It's like 54 or something, and this is 60.2 or whatever. So it shares a lot of things, but not everything. Like the actual program itself is in, Firefox. This one is, and then this one is in Firefox Developer Edition. But profile stuff is in .mozilla. So anyway, I thought I could do that, and just I could just do that and just delete the one off the backup drive, and then when it gets backed up again, it'll have the new one. Make sure there's nothing left behind from the old one. But of course, the only way I could actually clean it of any kind of malware is to keep scanning it like I did. But I was thinking, let's see, yeah, I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to go to Firefox. I'll just kind of look at that right now. Of course, I never bothered to rearrange things. I don't like that all where it is or anything. But I haven't worried about it because I wasn't even planning on going any further than just backing files up and then reformatting. So I'm gonna go to my bookmarks, I think. Get Firefox. I wonder. Okay, here's the folder for all the recent stuff from Firefox. I think I might have deleted all shortcuts to that. Let's see. Safe web with VirusTotal. Let's see. Yeah, let's do this. Do a search. Safe web. Couldn't find too much. Addon, there it is. Now there's a link. I don't know where that's from, and I don't want to go there. addonbrowser.com. See, safe web with VirusTotal. So somewhere in all of this, I might have installed that. No, I installed it after Quantum because I lost all my link scanners. So safe web with VirusTotal, I thought, I didn't realize it still had a link. I guess I never even did this before. I'm not going there. I just want to know the URL. Wait, is that? Oh, no, that's addonbrowser.com. That is not the Firefox. Actually, I don't want that URL. I want just the name. I want to see if I have the name right, and I do, and I have it spelled right. So I'm going to delete that one because I never want to go there again. There. Now then, you just need to go to a Firefox add-on. Let's see. Is VT? Whoops. I didn't click in here. VTZilla. What's the actual? VTZilla is VirusTotal. Yeah. I don't know. I don't see it, but where are cookies stored? I guess I'll put that in alphabetical order. Probably be better. Let's see. Clear flash cookies. Trace tracking blocker. Well, I'll just go there. Clear flash cookies. I had actually thought about installing that. Now I'm scared of the add-ons because see, it only has 2.5 stars. Okay, so that other one. So maybe there's something wrong with this one. I'd have to read the reviews. Where's the reviews? There's a lot of reviews on this. No, it's only 17 reviews. Why does it have bad reviews? Better solution for flash cookies. Go to profile map, open empty file, security, text save, change. What? Yeah, better privacy is the one I used. Okay. I don't know. I'm not going to go into detail because this is not why I actually came here. everybody doesn't like it, saying it's not as good as better privacy. So anyway, I'm not going to keep going into that. It may not be all that good. I wouldn't install it with that poor reviews. That's kind of just something I don't do anymore. Trace tracking blocker. Let's just see what that is right quick. See if it has. Oh, that's the website of one of these. I think recently Firefox pointed me to one that they thought might be good or whatever. But I don't know. I used to until now I pretty much completely trusted Firefox, but their security and their recommendations, and now I don't know about that. Okay, I searched for safe web with VirusTotal, and it don't come up. It'd be nice if it had been taken out, but I saw its reviews just the other day. So, and my videos have only been getting, I think the most views any one of them's got like nine or something like that. So I don't think Firefox doesn't mean that Firefox people don't go out and look for things like that to see what's going on, and then went and investigated already. But okay, page 1 of 10. Huh. That phrase is not on there. Try safe web or something like that. Nope. Let's see if VirusTotal. Well, VirusTotal's add-on is called Pt11. I think their searcher's pretty funky. Let's try. Never tried it this way. Okay, addonbrowser.com did bring up that. Does that mean that's who's making it? I don't think so. Their searcher is nothing like as good as Google's. It's really hard to find. Even when you know what you're looking for, it's hard to find it. Like here and now. And see, I had the links. I had found it. Guess I can Google it. Try one more time. Let's see. Let's try VirusTotal and see if it comes up with it and the real one both. There it is. Web safer with VirusTotal. Now see, it's I'm going to put this in the bookmarks for that, for the malware stuff. I am if it's going to let me. Oh, choose. There we go. Let's see. Virus. I couldn't remember where I'd put it. Virus info. Fake Firefox update and all that. I had it in there and lost it when I refreshed my browser. Okay, now this is the Mozilla page, so I'll go there. I've been putting all the links I have in my video descriptions, and it's not, not there. These links were not there. Okay, so VirusTotal search. I believe this is VTzilla. It might be a different one. This is a VirusTotal one anyway. I think I already have it. Yeah. Oh, I have it in my old. Do they still list the old ones in there? Not sure. VTzilla is the one I'm using right now. This may be the old one I used to use that won't work on Quantum Firefox anymore. Okay, so that's not what I'm after right now. I think that was the old. Now see, they have VirusTotal right there on their page, and they're not VirusTotal. Well, let's just kind of prove that out. Whoa, they do try to look like. Unless this is another fake one. Could be. See, they're showing VirusTotal. They are trying to impersonate VirusTotal. That's how come they tricked me into installing it. And a lot of other people, evidently. Not a whole lot. Well, I mean, I don't know how many they've downloaded. Where's their reviews at? Only 7 reviews. So, you know, most people don't, but huge thank you to anonymous user so-and-so that you look out posted above. Actual VirusTotal of Firefox, not this one. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, so looks like that's a new review from them. I would not trust this add-on. Ask permission to... Anyway, yeah, you can look at all these like I did, and you can see that it ain't the only one, for darn sure. I'm wondering if this is actually another fake one by them or someone else, because it looks just exact. The page is laid out the same, you know. Well, I mean, that's just Firefox add-on page, but yeah, they do get to customize it, you know. Yeah, report this add-on for abuse. Well, let's just click on it and see. Let's see. If you think it's, why don't I make that bigger where I can see it? There we go. If you think this add-on violates Mozilla's add-on policies or has security privacies, please report this issue to Mozilla by using this form. Don't use it to report bugs. Request add-on features. The report will be sent to Mozilla and no other developer. Okay, so web safer with VirusTotal. Yes, that is the one. Okay, and should be. Well, it doesn't show the website. I don't want to go to it, but it's not showing anything. When you hover over the links, I want to make sure I'm reporting the right one. Okay, those show. See, it says it's, and that's the other thing that made me want to trust it. See, General Public License, GPL, that made me think, okay, this is a good person, you know. I remember that now. This add-on can access data for all websites, display notifications to you, access browser tab. Yeah, and open them, all kinds of bad stuff up. Okay, so that looks like a link, but it doesn't bring anything up. You know, that's a trick that malware type of people, you know, tricky people, bad advertisers, fake advertisers, they'll use. They won't show you where you're going. Let's see if I can copy the link to that. Copy the... They may have even blocked that. I could scan it with VTZilla. Scan current page. Let's see. Now those are screenshots, but that's not what I want anyway. Okay, is that their website? No, that's... I think you don't... I don't wonder if you can even find out where their website... Most everybody gives their website out on the Mozilla page. More extensions by Security Lab. Let's see, other popular extensions. That's different, not to do with them. There is nothing on there. Let's see. And I don't think this one is. Unless Mozilla has stopped letting them put their webs there, no home page right there for this one, whatever it is, but it doesn't come up. But it's the other one that I think looks. I think that it might be another bad version of this. Okay, VTZilla. Let's just look for that. Whoops. Already did that. You would think VTZilla would come up. Well, let's go ahead and get in my tools, add-ons, my add-ons. Okay, more. Now then, VTZilla. So VTZilla is VirusTotal. Let's see. I think that might go to the add-ons for Mozilla page for them. And then this one will go to VirusTotal.com. This is the good one. Here they are, VTZilla. This is the real VirusTotal. So it does make it a little, because it's called VTZilla. That's the name of their add-on, you know. Firefox. Yeah, Firefox Quantum. There we go. That's the new version for the new Firefox Quantum. Let's see. So, see, they have a support site. They have, well, that's add-ons Mozilla. There's their homepage, VirusTotal. Here's VirusTotal again. Oh, this is a scanner. You can actually use this from right here. You can do a file. You can upload a file. I forgot about that. You can upload a file. This is not going to matter anymore, but I'm going to put it in my toolbar for, oh, there's nothing in this toolbar anymore. That's right, it got cleaned. Okay, so yeah, I used it. URL or do a search like on, say, for web with VirusTotal or something. Let's find out. See what happens. Say for web with VirusTotal URL or IP. Oh, it's a URL or an IP address, domain or hash file. Oh, okay. URL, IP address, domain or file hash. Oh, okay. URL. Okay. Let's see. Why is it not? Okay. Addonbrowser.com. You should be able to just do that. Okay. Oh, I hadn't forgotten all about being able to do that. It's got a whoas lookup, all that stuff. Just put that in that. Well, it's forget that. That's going to be confusing because it's not going to tell me what it's going to. Huh. But the website itself, now see, this doesn't, they've learned, they make their website clean. It's the ads and maybe even probably everything on their server is clean, but it's the ads network they're connected to that can hide the malware, see, because it's coming from no telling how many other servers, because they know there's malware coming from there. Now what's this? Files referring 12 and 59, 9 and 60, 1 and 59, 14 and 60. Okay, video flash download FDM free downloader, antivirus online scanner, download with, oh, now we're getting somewhere. This is going back a ways, but they do have a history of having files referring, the files they're referring to, you know, for you to download. And I know because I found them all on my, there's all kinds of Trojan crap because I found them in my browser cache, and these two of the two machines I've scanned. Auto HD for YouTube, all those that work 0 and 60. Okay, so yeah, see, they even when you use these link scanners, the page comes up clean. But what was it? Addonbrowser.com. Yeah, okay. So here's what I'll do. Virus, malware, Firefox. Yeah, okay. Addonbrowser.com. On scan on VirusTotal, so I'll know what that means. shows how am I going to say that? Yeah. That's how I'm going to say that. I don't remember exactly how they worded it out there. Files referring, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so that's something I hadn't thought of to do. I'd forgotten that you could even do that with, you know, the real VirusTotal. So this is the real VirusTotal, and I'm just going to type in. Oh, I should have left that open. No, I can just type it. Pt11 is good. I want to make sure I don't accidentally report this one is bad. Okay, and where's that? Okay. Let's see if I can. I don't know that I've really written it out is the thing. If I can explain it. Here we go. Fake Firefox updates. Yes. There we go. Yeah. There we go. That's all I need right there. I'm going to leave it in parentheses. And I'm going to see my videos on this YouTube. Hopefully they will allow a link in there if they want. And you know, it starts out, oh, do I want to try to sign in? But yeah, it'll be okay because I've cleaned it and cleaned it. Plus, these are encrypted, you know. And I've been signing in every day for months, you know, and I didn't get anything worse than, I mean, I didn't get actually infected. My channel, I got bad links served up to me, bad tabs with bad links. Okay, live now. I want playlists. There it is. But that's not how I want to do it. I got to go to, okay, go to videos. I got to figure out, okay, yeah. Okay, there we go. It's really tricky to find. Okay, I'm going to say, I know this makes no sense, but I'm going to click on edit video. And then when I click on video manager, actually I wanted playlists. I want playlists from there. Because I want to make sure, oh wait, I'm getting myself confused. Where is it? There it is. They probably can't even go there, can they? Well, I think this does work now in Skype. Here's what got me to doing this. In Skype, if you share a link from that, I'm just going to use this one. I think this will work. Because if they're not logged in, I think they'll just go to the... There's another way to get to that without being in your editing section, though. Yeah, let's try that again. My channel, playlists, there it is. There we go. No, that just starts playing it. Now that won't work in Skype. They'll get that one video and that's all they'll get. That's what I'm trying to get around. I can't remember any other way than the way I just did it right there. Yeah, that doesn't, I don't think that's, hopefully that works. Now they may not allow this link. We'll find out. Okay, and always when I get to the end of a link, well, no, let's leave it. Half the time if you don't hit enter or hit a space after the link, it may not work. But okay, there we go. Oh, I'm gonna do a. Oh, I don't have. Yes, I do. Where is it? Right there. That should make me a screenshot. Oh, it's not set up to do what I want. It's not working. There we go. Now then. there we go. Settings, ping, save position, enable quick search without opening. Not the visible part, the entire page. Add on edit. I never want a blank screen. That's the stupidest feature I've ever seen. Okay, now I should be able to. I'm going to do a screenshot like that with the normal screenshotter before I end up accidentally losing it. And now I'm going to try doing the Nibus screenshot. It should open up a new tab and make me a screenshot. I should probably drag those. Well, it won't really help if I'm going to delete the whole thing. Okay, are you going to work? Sometimes it, you know, this page may not allow that. Some pages won't allow that you to do that. So let's just forget trying to do this over and over. We'll just do our normal screenshots. I can just do it in sections. I want the whole page in there though. There we go. And then add collection. If I do that, I'll know where to go to next time. And then this time I'll just try to remember because it looks like I guess it wasn't a link, but yeah, that wasn't a link. Okay, I don't want to risk, hitting a link that I don't want to hit. Now, there's really no need in the absolute rest of that page. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to hit the report button. There we go. Okay, I don't know. You reported this for abuse. We've received a report. Let us know. I wasn't even logged in there either, so it's anonymous evidently. We can't respond to a abuse report. Well, unless I am logged in. Yeah, I am logged in. That's right. I am logged in. That's why they didn't ask me to log in. Okay. I'm already logged in. So good. That was the thing I needed to do all along. And I did it from the browser that got hit by it. So they'll probably trace back, and that's why I thought, well, I better do it in the browser that's messed up and before I delete it or anything. I should have really done it before I even done anything to it so that any of their back traces would show exactly what they had done to it, Of course, they'll see that I did refresh and all that crap. They'll probably be able to tell what files I deleted. See, that's the thing. Yeah, you don't know what people can see. Programmers can see everything. They know how to, So you don't know what they're seeing. And if you can't trust them at all, then you're screwed. Okay, now this one says homepage but no link. I'm really wondering. I think this is another one. BTzilla selected link. Okay, now let's just see. No matches. Oh, how weird is that? Okay, I don't even know how to. That's an old one. VirusTotal search? Why does it say VirusTotal search? Oh, that's the name of it. I'll just say maybe a fake. It was already in there. I don't know. Unless this is actually the old one and it's really okay. But there's something fishy about that. See, that link there is probably the same link as... Not sure. Oh, that's to something else. I think that might actually be to Kepler Sky. Oh, that's right. That's who makes it. Oh, Kepler Sky Advisor. Yeah, I think that's a link to Kepler Sky's review on VirusTotal, but this ain't VirusTotal. No matches. Oh, did work. That one's no matches. I was too fast. Okay. I want to make sure it's clean before I even think about going there. Okay, so that page is clean. And I think, what is this? Kepler Sky Advisor. It's not in English though. Well, that part's not. Maybe this is another one of their add-ons? I'm not sure. I'm just not sure about who the heck that is. I mean, I'm not sure what this is. I've already been there before. It's in my regular old add-ons folder. See, Firefox add-ons extensions. Could have been there a long time ago. I could have used to use it. But it wasn't the same name as the bad one. Oh, no, maybe it just, yeah, no matches. That's, and the page URL doesn't show up in the bottom there when you hover over it. See, that one does, the GNU GPL. I think this could be another one, another bad one. Man, why aren't they, and I'm beginning to think that Firefox, they were supposedly with this Firefox Quantum. Well, maybe this is right here why they went. They're making the effort to try to police it because they're beginning to have a lot of trouble. And I just got lucky enough to get a bad one in the new version, you know. So, well, I did report that one. And let me grab my notes. And I think I'll just close the browser now because I'm done. I've done that part. And I do have those. Now I can put, now that I have some new links, I will want to, I could do that right now. I just need to replace, see if I copy that, and I go to, like my, not the video I'm making right now, but, oh, I closed regular Firefox. Let's close Firefox again. Open it back up. Whoops. Dang it. I need to do that to keep my memory from getting used up. Yeah, it ran okay as long as I didn't try to sort bookmarks or anything. That's good. I mean, it doesn't really matter because I'm going to delete it, but... Okay, so if I go to... Yeah, I have to sign in every time. I thought I had... I guess I didn't do anything to this one here because it's crapped up. So, go to my Firefox... go to my page. That'll take me to my... Well, it'll take me to the video I'm on right now, the one I'm making right now. And, that'll take me to, of course, it shows... There we go. Yeah, I can hear myself. What I really need to do is go to my channel. Yeah, nobody's chatted. Okay. I always forget to check that. Now what do I want? I want my playlist. And I want this playlist right here. Okay. That video is the last one right before this one. So, oh, that's part 1. Okay. I probably want to end up doing them all, but I think this one is, that's the one, the last one right before this one. I don't know where the one is where I discovered. I just want to go back and add the extra links to all of them, really. That's only, I'm just going to, you know, like remove and replace. I guess if I'd left it in the order it was in, I could have just added those extra few links. I just now did, but now I reordered them, so. So I'll just do it to that one, and then see what I've been doing is just copying all my links in this description. Oh yeah, I do have like some extra description in there, but I reordered it, so it's too late to. Oh, that's that scan. I saw that and I thought, well, I don't want that. Yeah, okay. Copy. So then I can just say edit video. And just put it in here with this, and then let's see, how am I going to do this? I think I have a little deal that says, do I even have it in there? I never did put it in there. Okay, so I forgot on this one. So that'll be the perfect one. And then I'll go back and figure it all out on the others. And that'll have some. I want them all to have all those updated links, you know. Okay, so yeah, you used to could be on a page and say share this playlist and all that stuff. It gets okay. Here's that page I was trying to get to. How did I end up getting there? It's crazy. See, I'm not in the editing of my stuff section, but this is really the page I wanted to find and send a link to it in there. But I think they'll end up going here anyway. I think you go to that other one only when you're logged in as the user, you know. But yeah, they're not going to watch it all, of course, but they might watch enough of the first one, or maybe they'll get interested and click through, but by looking at the titles. But maybe they'll see at least enough to see me showing, like, well, that one has the picture of it. Well, that's one where I found the malware fake Firefox down, and where I saw that they go together, so maybe they would see that and believe it and take them out. So they're probably going to hear me, if they watch any of them, they might hear me bitching about Firefox letting it happen too. I can't help it. I was mad. Well, I mean, they need to be bitched at for that kind of stuff. Why has it been in there for years? Those reviews go back to 2015 from what I remember. So, okay. Oh, that's what I can do. My videos, put it in there. There we go. Now, if I ever, put that on my blog or anything, that link to my videos will be in there. Okay. Good deal. Now, let's look at my what to do, my to-do list. I think I have a couple of things I can check off. Okay, malware. Oh yeah, the screenshots that I did with Bitdefender when I scanned the Dell 1525. I'm going to go through the list first before I go do anything else. Aptitude CD. I couldn't scan my Lenovo i5 with Bitdefender. It wouldn't mount my LVM. I didn't think it would. It would have scanned everything else, but it wasn't any use in doing that. Reported the malware to Firefox. Good. Okay. Install OBS on MOMs. Okay. Sometimes I mark them out when I've done them, and sometimes I don't. I think on this sheet I haven't been marking. Well, I did at first, and then I quit. Sometimes it helps because, I don't know, when you mark them out, it makes you think it's no longer any good, Anyway, I'll just been putting check marks, but whenever it takes up 3 lines, then I keep reading, and I'm like, oh, that's part of that, I don't know. It's hard to figure out what to do. Life is tough. Scan USB backup drive. I did that once, but I want to do it at least one more time before I decide to go on as a thinking I'm a happy camper. Bad add-on. Bad add-on. Mom's ass rock PC. Yeah, I just put a note. Oh, I put dash. Sometimes I put dashes before and after to tell me what lines to go together, but it's just confusing me. Okay, I'm going to take those dashes out of there. It makes it hard for me to understand. It helps on the grocery list for Mom. It helps her understand, but it's not helping me in here. Okay, bad add-on, yes. Some of them wouldn't erase. Okay. Yeah. And I did report it to Google. Oh, I did it on Mom's machine. I had never done it on here, but I'm not going to go to that page again now. For no way. I was already on there, So I decided to do that because I didn't remember, but you can do that from one of the menus in Firefox. You can say report and help. You can report this to Google, this page to Google. Make an apps install list. Oh yeah, of Fedora 23. I probably will do that now that I feel like it's cleaned up well enough. Well, the apps list shouldn't have gotten any. That stuff is not going to be in the Fedora repo, so it really should be okay to do that anyway. And kind of my mic gets to where it's in my way, my eyesight. Downloaded Fedora 28. Oh, I do want to. I'm not going to do it tonight. I'm getting too tired, and it's almost 11. I'm getting too tired to keep going. I need to take a break too. Delete Firefox sync data. Well, I can do. I don't know if I'll look at it right quick while I'm at that subject, and then I may want to delete, like I said, that whole version of Firefox anyway. I may want to delete it and put it back just to see if it would be fixed. But I'm too tired to. That could end up, you think, oh, I can do that in 5 or 10 minutes. Well, yeah, that's what I thought about TeamViewer a while ago too, huh? What I am wondering, let's see, if I go to in here, I think I'm already logged in. So, okay, what do I have? This one says sync addresses, add-ons, preferences, logins. What addresses? Oh, postal addresses that you've saved. Desktop only. Oh, desktop version of Firefox. Add-ons, I don't want it, so I'm turning off all add-on syncing until I feel better. Maybe, and I've never turned bookmark syncing back on since I lost all my bookmarks. And the sad thing is I read some reviews. I was reading some how to use it, how to set it up. And people were saying in the comments, I lost all my bookmarks, this is a piece of crap, blah, blah, blah. But I wanted to do it because it would save me, a lot of work and a lot of manual work. Then when I ended up losing them all, 3 months worth, what I had been doing was manually backing them up periodically just to make sure I didn't lose them. Well, I kind of forgot. I think I wasn't feeling good for a while. Didn't do it. And lost all that. And that, to me, it's a really big deal because it's real. I mean, you can spend hours, days, weeks researching things, and then you can't find it again. You don't get the same results, even if you remember. Even if you ever did remember your search terms, So the cookies I won't mess around with. Yeah, I have. That's what I thought. I have third-party cookies never, and until I close Firefox, that's the way I have it. And then I had put, I have Google and ustar.org in there as exceptions, but YouTube's different, evidently, because you have to, so you just an endless thing of adding exceptions, or it seems endless if you're gonna do that. So that's the way I want the sync for now. I'm gonna leave the logins as they are for now because they're encrypted. And okay, data. I saw something, okay, clear history, that was what I was in here for. Or you can clear cookie data, manage data, okay. That's really going to be cookies, I think. What's this? Tracking protection. Always, yeah, I have that turned on for always. Okay, so I'm not going to hit clear history right now. I don't think there's anything in there now that I refreshed Firefox anyway. Well, that's just browsing history. What I want to know is, can you manage data? Let's see. Oh, that's just cookies. So those are the cookies that are in there right now. There's one that shows to be blank. I guess that's because I don't have it as an exception. But okay, there's different cookies each time. 6, 14, 18, 6, 4. No, it's all the same day. Same site, but see, 4, 2, 6, 3 cookies, all today. Of course, they will be deleted when I close Firefox, but is that all just from when I open it up back? I closed it and opened it back in 5 or 10 minutes ago. Yeah, see why cookies could be a big deal. Data. Sync. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to really get in there, or maybe in manage account. I won't do that on the video because it may show more personal information. But I think maybe if you go to manage my account, you might be able to delete all your sync data. Because just disconnecting wouldn't. So what I'm thinking about is if there's anything tricky enough to not get deleted by Firefox cleanup, you know, that or refresh. If there's anything in my sync account, because it was a bad add-on, if there's anything in there, and that's why I did turn off sync add-ons. But I'm thinking I would like to delete all stored add-ons, and maybe that will make darn sure everything's gone from this mess. That's what I'd like to do. So here, let me. Dadgummit, I was on the. You weren't seeing nothing anyway, were you? See, a while ago I kind of thought I was about ready to quit. I have not showed a single thing I've been talking about. Well, I hope I was giving good description. So I'm going to click on Manage Data to see, and I'll just tell you. Account picture, display name, secondary email, two-step authentication, device apps, communications, password, delete account, devices and apps. But that is not add-ons, that's apps. You know, they had those Firefox apps. Oh, these are devices and apps that are connected to this account. Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew there'd be something in there I didn't really want to show. Yeah, okay. Oh, you can refresh it. I don't know what you might lose everything that you want, and then password. Oh, that's the main password for that. Okay. I guess you could delete that account and make a new one. That's an interesting idea. Let's see if I can do I'll do a screenshot for myself. Yep, I'm tired enough to make big mistakes now. As far, I mean, that's a big mistake to me. Not thinking I was showing you all that stuff. I think I can go back to normal, settings. Okay, now let me get in the desktop, and I'll show you the part that I wanted you to see. Okay, so I did search for sync. I was in. You go to edit. Preferences, and I changed. It did have addresses, add-ons in there, and I think that was all. So I took those out. I left preferences and logins for now, and I could disconnect it, but like I was saying, it showed delete the account. I don't know what that would do to me in the long run to delete my whole Firefox account, and then try to get a new one. I know it would really foul everything up with all my other machines that are on this account. I'm afraid it might not be helpful. What I want though is to make darn sure that there's no traces of that bad add-on left in my account. I guess there's not. And I was looking at the cookies and talking about. See, I have it right now. It's set. Keep cookies until I close Firefox. Accept third-party cookies never. Exceptions. I was talking about that. There's Google and UStart. And I don't even remember how I got to that. There it is, manage data. Now, YouTube, well, it's, I don't know why it doesn't show anything about a cookie. Maybe, I don't know. But it's the storage, 48 kilobytes. And this is all today. Google.com, 4 cookies, right? Yeah, and that's just from the last 10 or 20 minutes of running Firefox. 2, they're in separate. Well, there's Google.com and www.google.com. I've seen that. They do that a lot. Ustart.org and www.ustart.org. 6 and 3. And they are in my exceptions list that I want to go ahead and keep the cookies. But look how many are kept. Why don't they just need one cookie, you know? And that ustart.org has got lots of links to lots of other pages, so there's no telling how many other cookies used to be on there. from me going to that page. And tracking cookies, that's the thing. And you know, there's certain you don't know what they're tracking anymore. You know, like things like how many times has your site been? I run a website myself, you know, and I like to know how many hits I get and where they come from, like what part of the world and stuff like that. But I don't go any further than that. I've never even tried to learn about how to do that. You know, I use some, you know, some services that you can put some code on your page and it'll do that. I know the basics of how that works. I know the way it is today, as sophisticated it is now, I don't know. There's clear data, but that's cookies. See, when I did a search for cookies, the yellow cookies is over it, so that's just going to clear cookies. I mean, you could do it. Yeah, okay, so we'd be clearing cookies from, you might get signed out, and you would. I've done it before. I'm going to hit cancel because, you know, it's going to, when I close Firefox, it's going to do it anyway. So, I don't know. I guess I'm too tired. I'm just going to go in circles. Let's close this thing. And I was just trying to house clean there. All right. Now I'll go back to I do not know how long I was talking to you like I thought, thinking that I was showing my desktop. Okay, so that's a good sign to tell me to quit. Go to bed. I got a lot done today, though. I'll have to sleep on it to remember everything I got done. I checked off some things, but I did a whole lot more than I checked off on that list. I didn't have everything. Of course, like I was saying before, you know, you don't know what you're going to really need to do until you get started most of the time. And making sure my stream was still working. So, and I've already kind of went over and over it, so I'm not going to review again before I quit here. But tomorrow I will. Tomorrow, what will I do? Let's see. Well, I guess I'll figure it out tomorrow. I was thinking I could probably say that right quick, but I'm going blank right a few seconds now. I'll go back at it tomorrow. That's what I'll do. But, oh well, I'll probably put the Dell 1525 back in Mom's room. Maybe I'll look through it again, kind of triple check it. I need to triple check my backups. I'll leave my backup drive plugged in now because the machine's clean. The drive has been scanned completely once, backup drive. And probably a few things might have got in. I plugged it in a few times. I didn't do copies or backups, but I plugged it in, so there's a possibility if there was something bad, it got over there on it. So I will scan it again before, probably one or two more times before I, you know, consider. See, like, okay, so I reformat this one. Before I plug it back in to copy my files, I need to scan it again. So I'll probably not plug it into this machine, but into, say, like the Dell 6000 laptop because it's nice and quiet. And the other one Mom will probably be using. And even though it's not very powerful, the 6000 did do the scan, so I can do Bitdefender again. I can try other ones. I can go look and see if there's any newer versions of these. Last time I looked, there wasn't, but it's been a while now. And yeah. Oh, and I want to do a checksum on my ISO from a Fedora 28 before I actually use that stick I burned on my server, because I'm not so sure if the Fedora Media Writer actually checked it or not, if it just downloaded it. It didn't say. So I would go. Got to have a break now. Go to get ready for bed. All right, there we go. I guess, yeah, I just remembered I haven't retitled this video, but I think there's two of them now, but that's okay. I'll do it tomorrow. All right. Bye-bye.